Hey guys, Jerry here and welcome back to GregTech. I have been working a bit on the steel production and while you can't really see it out here because I keep emptying it, if we look inside my chest here, my chest of precious minerals, I have 10 steel ingots right now. I have used 4 of them to make this steel pickaxe because I was tired of replacing the bronze one all the time. So I have this one instead. Normal recipe, steel plate, 2 steel ingots, 2 sticks, hammer and file to shape it. So there's that. Now, last time I was out with my little scoop here collecting a bunch of stuff. And all this stuff I actually want to use for something, these bees and their honeycombs, because if we go in here and we search for bee, you can see that one of the first things that pop up is raw beef, of course, but the bee house, which is a very basic living quarters for bees, where they can live and work from. So I'm gonna make us a little bee house, or actually I'm gonna make 2, I think. Actually, we only need 6 of those. So recipe's rather simple. But you do need the comb to actually start it, so that's part of the reason why we needed to go and scoop out stuff first of all. Now, bees have a very interesting purpose, really. Let's see, this one is pristine. I don't know about those. Pristine. Whatever. I'm not gonna try any sort of bee breeding for now, I'm just gonna basically have them work. So what bees can do for me is, apart from making honey, they can actually make all sorts of weird products. If we actually just have a look at comb here, we can see all these different ones. There's even like a tungsten comb, which when used in a centrifuge can actually give tungsten grains, which again you can combine into dust and just get like metals and minerals and all sorts of good stuff from the bees. Now bees, they have some requirements to the climate and the surroundings around them. The ones I have right now, I think, are pretty happy in just forests, so we need a nice little place in the forest here, where they can be, and I'm thinking up here. We got some oak leaves, we got some birch leaves, so we can even have them like crossbreed between the two. So I'm gonna put them right here. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna move this one a bit. Over here. And then we need some flowers, because bees like flowers. Without flowers they won't work. But once they do have a couple of flowers, they will start spreading more around them. So that's also a way to get some more interesting flowers. So you get one, and you get one, and then we need some torches as well. Just kind of light up the area, so we can go up here safely once in a while. And finally we can put in the bees. Now the upper one here I'm going to put in the forest guys. And down here we get the mystical guys. Now, unfortunately, my none of items is in the way of the interface here, so I'm thinking if I press O, it disappears. Yeah, it's not daytime; it's warm, arid here, so they actually won't work in this climate. That's really sad. So we'll need to move them to another biome. But down here, you can see the climate is normal. So if we just quickly press F3, you can see that this is a woodland, and right over here is also woodland. That's kind of odd. Anyway, you can actually see that the grass color is a different color over here. So I'm thinking it's the ATG that actually is able to override the temperature set by the biomes. And I just got shot like an idiot. You know what, dude? Oh God! How is he hitting me so well? You know what? Screw this. Screw you guys, I'm going home. I'm just gonna hide in here. I'm actually gonna sleep and get rid of that. And he can burn. Like the bitch he is. I hate Minecraft skeletons. I hate Dinnerbone skeletons even more. So, we need to... one of these are working. This one's working because it's normal. This one's not working because it's an unhealthy climate for the bees. So we're gonna move this one over here, and we need to place it so that there's a clear sky above, so right there. And we can, I guess, move the flower over next to him. So there we go, this one should be working as well now. So what these bees will do is, first of all, they will collect pollen from the flowers here and plant more flowers. They will also collect pollen from the trees and kind of cross breed between the two here. And that little sheep in there is just gonna have to suffer the stings. And then at one point we will have some pollinated leaves around here, which we can then make a grafter to cut off, and then we'll get a sapling of some sort. It could either be a brand new species that is a crossbreed between the two trees, or it could just be like a birch sapling with some oak features. Again, it's a very deep system with forestry here. It's not GregTech at all, but it's a nice little side project to have going, so we have that now. Yay. Anyway, on to GregTech. We have steel, but before I'm gonna start with that, I wanna actually make something that's gonna make life a bit more convenient for me. And that is, let's press O again and find this one. I'm gonna make a couple of vanilla hoppers. Now the vanilla hoppers are a kind of a... they're a really powerful tool when used right. Let's keep it at that. So we need the wrench, we need the chest, and we need iron plates. And there we go, hopper. Now the reason we need a hopper is, just quickly get the wrench here. And we need some more planks, because I need some more chests. Basically, if we put a chest, like here, then take the hopper, shift click on the side of it there, so you can see the little thingy underneath there is pointing into the chest, and we put our furnace on top of it again. Then whenever we cook something in here, it automatically gets sucked out into the hopper and put in the chest. So whenever we cook up these crossed up ores, instead of wasting fuel after we reach 660 over here, they're gonna get sucked out, so it can just continue without babysitting. So that's something I've kind of been wanting. Like, we can just put in a full stack here and actually put in some more charcoal, and all of them will just end up in the chest here. You can do the same with Buildcraft pipes, you can do the same with GregTech pipes, but the vanilla hopper is just an easier way to do it without having to bother with engines and such. So, for laziness sake, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I need to grind up some tin ore over here, because I'm actually out of tin. So let's just get that going so we don't waste our steam. Still got plenty of charcoal in there, yeah, good. And let's just see if we have more steel out here. I'm also considering whether I should expand this blast furnace here, because we can make one more blast furnace and just place here next to it, but then share this wall between. So we actually only have to, instead of making the entire blast furnace again, we can save these 12 blocks here and reuse them. So that's pretty nifty, and would be quite a... it would double the production without necessarily costing nearly as many resources. So it would be worth looking into. But as you can see, just filling up quite nicely with iron nuggets here. We can take these out. Stuff over here, make ingots of them, and yeah. Makes it a lot easier for me because I don't have to babysit this one. I just wanted to save that for an episode when recording. So, GregTech. Steel. We have steel ingots now. What can we do with them? Uses. There's a lot here. But the stuff I am most interested in actually is... well, we need to make a plate bending machine. Like, that's something that I'm really looking forward to. As you can see here, we have the plate bending machine. Or the extruder, either of them really. Oh, we can actually make steel plates in the rolling machine, I forgot that. Anyway, let's see, plate bending machine, is there anything we can even consider doing now? 2 compressors, conveyor module, integrated circuits, pistons, not quite. We need to get circuits first, and that means we need red alloy plates, which means we need red alloy, which is copper and redstone, so we can actually make that. We have copper right here, we have redstone right here, and we have an alloy smelter right here. Alright, so that's cooking. Now, the steel age is really defined by the move from steam power to electricity. But I'm just thinking again here, because there is a high pressure steam furnace, or a steam boiler. I think this is. Let's see, steam powered furnace, and then there's the high pressure steam furnace. Better than bronze furnace, but that's not what I want. I want a boiler. Let's call it boiler. That's what it is. I want a high pressure cold boiler. So that's 2 bricks, 5 steel plates, and furnaces. Okay, so we can take 8 of these. Put over here because I want to save on the expensive steel here. Craft that, and fire up some power into it. All the way. And then hopefully these steel plates should craft soon. Now, the reason I want a high pressure cold boiler is that these 2 over here are being really slow to work. So I want to kind of optimize this system here before we move on to other stuff. I'm hoping that makes sense to you guys. It does to me at least. Put that in there. Got 4 of them ready. Need 1 more. In the meantime, I guess we can start up the recipe over here. So we needed bricks, we needed the wrench, we needed some steel plates, and we needed a furnace. I think I have one here, yeah. And the last steel plate. And then swap those around. High pressure cold boiler. There we go. And if we put that right there, it should connect. And once it loads in, we can put in some coal. Put in some charcoal here. And we need some water. Very simple, but this should pretty much put our system here into super speed. Which, at least that's what I'm hoping it will. Let's see, it should start working now. Heat should be building up. It'll take some time for it to actually build up the heat properly, so until then I'm guessing we should be doing something else. Other than just filling it up with more water. Of course that's a necessary step. But not interesting to look at the very least, so let's see, what can we do? How much red alloy ingots? Let's see, have a look at what they are used for. We can make plates, we can make rods, we can waste the resources, I guess. The extruder. Alright, so we can make plates and such. That's not really that interesting. But I'm thinking, how about that generator? Let me just quickly, I accidentally double clicked there. Now of course when you search for generator you get all the stuff that can also be burned in a generator. There we go. Furnace, steel, machine hull, and an RE battery. An RE battery, a tin atom casings, insulated tin cable, redstone, tin atom casing, tin plates. Alright, so good thing we're getting some tin done here because we need some tin plates. Whoops, wrong one. So we need a couple of tin plates. Let's put that in there. Put this in there. Let's have a look. Is this one? Yeah, it started up. I don't know if we're using more steam than we have or whatnot. Okay, so yeah, 20 redstone gives 5 red alloy ingots. That's kind of what expected. So if we take this plate here and remove all of this stuff, put the plate, the hammer, tin atom casing. We can make 1 of them. Surely there has to be a more efficient way of making it at one point. There's the rolling machine, alloy smelter, which plate cutting extruder, yeah. But for now we only have the manual method, so we need a total of 3 more plates before we can actually make 1 battery. But yeah, it does seem that our system is working a bit faster now. We have more steam available for use. We should probably make more red alloy. At least another 5 or so. Now, the rest of mining is something I haven't really been doing too much lately. I know we still have a ton of it down in the mine shaft, so it's just a matter of me going down there and picking it up. But, again, unless there's a specific reason for me to go down there doing a recording, I prefer to do it off camera, because it's something that takes a long time and it's not really interesting to watch. Alright, so far so good. We got the plates, so we have the tin atom casings. Now we need to make the insulated tin wire. And that means rubber. Insulated tin cable. So rubber is made by rubber axe head. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Rubber sheet. God, that's confusing. Rubber pulp. Whatever. We need rubber. And to get rubber, if I recall correctly, we need to make a not a chair. What's it again? Just like a you can like make a tab or something. What's it called? Tree tab. There we go. Wood. There we go. Tree tab. And I'm just gonna sleep quickly because I know there are a bunch of rubber trees nearby. We haven't planted our own yet. That's something that's gonna take a bit of preparation because we want a nice flat area that's fenced in, so we don't end up blowing it up when creepers inevitably come around. So what we're gonna do is go right over this hill here, because I saw a bunch of rubber trees over here when I was looking for the bees earlier. There we are. There they are. Along with the bloody skeleton. Alright, so these rubber trees, they should have like little blobs inside like that, and then you can right click on them and it says bloop, bloop, and you get rubber. And of course there's saplings hiding up in the trees. Now, if I recall correctly, rubber trees, they don't really need their leaves. They only need the leaves on top, then they can still regenerate the rubber. So we can punch out all these other leaves here and hope for some saplings that we can plant in our own more controlled environment at one point. Hello, Mr. Creeper. I hate you. You need to die. Thank you. There's a sapling there. See, do we see any more rubber nuggets on the trees? Rubber nuggets. That sounds disgusting, actually, thinking about it. They are all on this side, apparently. So, yoink and yoink. Bloop, 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 bloop. And just to see if we can get any more saplings. Might as well have a look. There's one. And last couple of leaves here, and then we can move on. Alright, we got 8 bits of sticky resin. Now, the uses for these... let's see, Extractor gives rubber pulp. Centrifuge can be used. Assembly machine can be torches. So we need an extractor of some sort. Now, an extractor... oh, another tree here. Can we see any of the rubber bits? There's one up there, I think. Yeah. And of course that had to land on top of the tree. Where did... oh, all the way back there. Alright, so we need an extractor to even make a generator. That's kind of silly. So, an extractor of sorts. I wonder if... Extractor. There's the steam-powered one. I'm guessing that's what we really need to make here. Oh god, we got so much steam. So much steam. Do we have anything else to grind up? We should have some copper over here. And then we actually need to consider making some more bronze, because we don't have enough bronze to make the squeezing extractor. We got 10 ingots here, that's gonna be enough for like 5 plates, which we can start hammering. And that should take care of some of the steam. I'm wondering if there's a way like we can recycle the old machines here, so we no longer have these 2 boilers, but just the big one. That would be interesting. So these machines seem to have some sort of a cooldown on the whole crafting thing. Like we can't really remove stuff fast enough, and it's already out of fuel, this thing. Like, it's using fuel a lot faster, but it's also giving off a lot more steam. I'm actually thinking that maybe we should just let the small coal boilers here cool down and become unused. I don't know. It all depends on how much... Like, this 40 hammer is not working too well. It seems as though you have to pretty much macromanage it if you want a good raid. Or it's just being stupid, I don't know. So, squeezing extractor. We need 2 pistons. We need an iron machine hull. The last bit is easy enough. We have that right here. Pistons. We need 2 iron ingots. We need 2 bits of redstone. Did I remember the recipe over here? I did. Oops. There we go. 2 pistons. So pistons there. We need the iron machine hull. Can just quickly craft that here. I need the wrench, of course. Of course I need the wrench. Wrench in the middle, iron plates all around, basic machine casing. And put that somewhere. See recipe again. Machine casing in the bottom, wrench in the middle, and then we need the 5 bronze plates. I think we just barely have enough once this one finishes. And are we? Yes, squeezing extractor. There we go. Now what we need is to find the remaining of my little pipes here, because I think we need to set up one more pipe. I'm gonna set the pipe there. Put this one on top. And once this one loads up, we can put in the resin. And hopefully something should happen here. Let's just quickly check out the recipes here. Yep. Sticky resin, rubber pulp. Should be there. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna get upset. Ah, it's working. Fine. Excellent. Alright, so we got rubber going. We have our bees out here, which I don't know if they've produced anything yet. But we have them at least. Oh yeah, mundane comb there. And anything up here? Honeycomb. I don't see any pollinated leaves yet, but I'm guessing that'll come soon enough. So yeah, we've got a little side project going here. We got our main process doing well. We got the big coal boiler now, which is giving us more steam that we can potentially use, I think. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think I'm gonna leave you guys for now. Until next time, I'm Jerry, and this has been GregTech. Bye.